Hello. So, this video is a bit on something you haven't heard about yoga, or you may have heard, but not quite along these terms. Now, as I've been practicing movementless yoga quite so in the beginning, uh, as I was getting together stuff that I was encountering in the course of my facilitating therapy, medicine intelligence therapy, um, I came across different facets of life which was not explained by existing theories and many other paradigms of thinking. And I was deep diving through different texts, different words, different experiences, and looking for Google, Wikipedia, having several answers, YouTube, several answers. So over time, I came across eights, yeah, and over time, I also came across Sanatana Dharma and terminologies that again has to deal with yoga, ashtanga yoga, for example, ashtalakshmi, um, ashtadigbandhana, yeah, ashtavakra, many other, ashtadhyayi, yeah, paninis. So yeah, so these are all references to many people's work. And while yoga has been thought about in many terms, yoga is not just limited to becoming healthy, wealthy, wise. Okay, people may be thinking yoga maybe to mean more to be a health maintenance practice, but it's also a wealth maintenance and a wisdom maintenance practice. If we haven't even thought that, yoga is not just about maintaining health, wealth, and wisdom. It's also about what it takes to bring about ecological balance, what we are calling now as the global um, um, climate change and those kinds of concerns. There are many, which is what I said, this video is not what you may have gotten used to hearing. Yoga has much more benefits. One is bringing about ecological balance, which means rivers begin to clean, yeah. Environmental projects, soil begins to become fertile. So, earth, water, fire, air, spirit, space, as six, they begin to become clearer, yeah. And consequently, what comes about from these basics functioning healthier is enlivening of life. Um, Now, there is more to it. Yeah. Earth, for example, is a protocol. I have made another video that speaks about how Earth, water itself, is tangible evidence like of love. Where if you read the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, they're speaking about how people on Earth are coming from, like, people from two different planets, keeping it together on Earth. And water, and my thinking is water is a proof of love, maintaining it long enough that life enlivens from the water that forms. Yeah. So Earth is like a. This is also something that I discovered en route, and I made a video of it. Earth. Now in this video, I'm going to make more in graphical terms, so it's much more understandable than just looking at my face. Earth is also like a protocol, yeah. Where I looked up the word protocol, and etymologically, it says it means first glue. Proto is first, and call is arising from, giving rise to the word glue, first glue. So Earth keeps it together between many disparate parts, which I'll speak about. And let me talk about it. 8 disparate parts, which yoga. Okay, I'll just complete that thought and I'll start with this. So Earth is like a protocol that keeps it together. First glue, yeah. Yoga, keeping it together. And over time, we have the idea of yoga. Yeah, there have been many practices which alludes to what is being called as yoga. Yeah, But yoga itself talks about being earth like. Yeah. And what that means is earth is like an example for what is possible when yoga is happening. Okay. And we are all human beings. Each of us have a body that's human. And we are keeping it together, just like how earth is a protocol, the first coming together and keeping it together. When humans are keeping it together, we would see earth like um, coming together, keeping it together. Yeah. So life enlivens on the planet. Yeah. Now, what when we talk in terms of yoga, and we are not now, what is earth keeping it together? What's the first glow protocol? The eight that yogas may not be speaking about is chaos. This is Egyptian terminology. Yeah. Chaos, Gaia, Tartarus, Tartarus, Eros, Erebus, Hemera, Nyx, Ether, Ether, eight. Yeah. Now, when we are looking at the further details of this, I will just give a light, may not be accurate, but um, it's just to give an idea of what is the eight that I'm talking about, which we may not be thinking in terms of, because of which yoga may not be happening as well as it should be. Because we do see people with diseases, economic concerns, and death. So we are not taking care of each other. We are still having dealing with many concerns, maintaining humanity across boundaries. So why is this happening? Is because we are not familiar and comfortable with several aspects of this. So I'm mentioning this here, so we begin to at least start thinking along these terms. Chaos. A lot of people have a concern with chaos. Order is more preferable, a little more comfortable. But chaos is, it's completely chaotic, yeah, and a lot of people lose it. Gaia is also like mother, but not many know how to be a mother, yeah. And there's also this thing of who's a woman or what's a woman, and then mother is well, is mother further from there, or being a woman um, is more difficult. It's more the thing, because then in which case we'll have to come to what's a man, yeah, and a woman. So let's just say mother in a way. Gaia can be kind of referred to as mother, but what it takes to be a mother. Yeah. Okay. Giving birth to young ones, and that's not limited to any male or female, in the sense that anybody who can viscerally even give birth to an original idea is also a mother. Yeah. And what it takes to grow that idea, which is also what an enterprise is. An entrepreneur, um, it's said that about it's only 3% of the world population who can be an entrepreneur. So it takes something to be a mother like, your mother to an idea that you've viscerally given birth to. So that's one idea. Gaia, Tartarus is hell. We have a problem with hell. Yeah, everybody would like to get out of it, but not quite knowing it, not quite um, seeing what is being maintained in hell. For example, in the teleseries Ashes of Love, the heart testing stone is said to be in the demon world. Yeah, but you can say that in a way it's like hell. They say marriage is hell, but that's also where the heart testing stone is. When you can keep it together while during testing times, then you have maturation of love to true love. Yeah. So, but not knowing what hell is and what's the opportunity, well, what is the value that hell also holds. Yeah. From not knowing that, you could lose it. When we lose it, then we don't have what is possible from benefit of hell. Yeah, we keep running out of it, and we keep running out of life too. That sense. Eros, love. It's a much sought after concept, experience, emotion. Everybody goes a lot of goo goo gaga and quite fall in love. Yeah. and not quite know how to rise in love, for which you need hell. Yeah, you should be able to be comfortable in the hell that's love, that's pain, and all of that stuff. So love, um, and not die. Yeah, Romeo Juliet, all those kinds of different kinds of lovely couple. We have a lot of death stories with love. So, but how to keep it together so nobody's dying, you're not dying, people around you are not dying, future generations, everybody happy, healthy. Yeah, love is not a, don't do that thing. Yeah, okay. Erebus, darkness. Yeah, turn off the lights in the night, and and then we kind of lose it. Yeah, boo boos in the dark, or boo boos under the bed. The kids would know that. A lot of people too, when you talk about darkness, then okay, we are witchcrafty. All these ideas come into mind. And well, why did I mention this? Because these are one of the aspects that has given rise to a little bit of the fear of darkness. Ghosts and several idea, ideas bounce off of from darkness. So not quite knowing what darkness is, or being comfortable uh, with what darkness also offers. Hemera, day. We sometimes are very comfortable in the day, vis-a-vis in the dark. What we are not comfortable in the dark, you're very comfortable in the day, maybe a little too much. Yeah, we are very outgoing. Yeah, so much so that we have several interesting practices. Yeah, including violence, because you're not doing it in the dark. Yeah, uh, but day is a different kind of violence, where you're a little outgoing, a little what do you think? Um, Order goes a little off, and then get chaotic. Yeah, and then you have to deal with the chaos, and you don't know how to deal with chaos. Then that's another entire new set of challenges. So yoga becomes very interesting. Nix, night. This is a little different from darkness. Nix is like for example, when you're sleeping. Where do you go when you're sleeping? Yeah. What happens in the depth of your sleeps? Yeah. Or do you die and then wake up in the next morning? Are you the same you? So it's a little like that. Nix is there have been also some people who said between two days I want another day. Yeah, because some people just don't get sleep good enough, so that night in between 2 days is not comfortable or appreciated or delved into. That some people want another day between 2 days, because that day in between 2 days is the night, and a lot of people are not comfortable with that, and hence lose out on one important aspect of what it takes to be human. We have to become a humane being, which we're covering in movementless yoga. Next, yeah. The other is ether, which is also I've marked it as the unknown, because because a lot of people, in a way, kind of also lose it with the unknown. Yeah. Um, People always in some way like to be in the know. Yeah, and they have um, even have a difficulty saying I don't know. Yeah, and then the spirit goes through emotional changes. Yeah, when you are faced with the unknown. So you go through up and down and whatnots. Yeah, than to deal with spirit. Yeah. So in the ray of creation, spirit is said to be first, but I think that there's so much more: chaos, Gaia, uh, Tartarus, Eros, Erebus, Hemera, Nyx, before Ether. And then from there is further on the ray of creation. But just for words, yoga is about, when we say ashtanga yoga, we're talking about these eight. And it's a whole new paradigm on what yoga means and what does it take for yoga and what is possible from yoga when we're keeping these eight together, eight worlds. Yeah. So I'll pause for now. Um, maybe pausing a little too early here, but one way to also look of it is earth, water, fire, air, spirit, space, nothing and everything, which is one way to look at it. But let's just stay with the six on it: eight, water, earth, water, fire, air, spirit, space, so that this eight becomes a little more sat into, because we may be a little up, yeah, from not having these bases by which to think and live life by and not lose it. Now, having said that, humanes have a greater chance of what it takes to have what it takes to maintain yoga. When we are saying ashtanga yoga, and we are doing all of those contortionisms and meditations and um, breath work, and not quite know what is the eight that we need to keep together, we are not having the it to keep it. We are saying information technology and all of that. We don't have the information, the substance that informs. They say, may the force be with you. We don't have the it, because of which we may be losing it. Yeah. And not quite know how to be healthy, wealthy, wise. Not have diseases, not go into economic troubles, or not die, or how not to die. So, which is why we may be going into violent practices and all those kinds of stuff, eating stuff which is not really healthy for us. What does it take to have what it takes to maintain being a human being? Because to maintain these eight, we're going to be eating non-veg, inflammatory diet, and quite addicted to it, that you can't live without it, without your crystals, without your tea, coffee, without your hallucinatories, without your non-veg, alcohol, or your smoke. If you cannot keep it together, then you've already lost it. You've lost it. Yeah. And then what does it take to have health, wealth, wisdom? You've already lost it. And then how do you maintain your health, wealth, wisdom? Yeah. So I'll pause on that note. Thank you so much for your kind attention.